Have you ever laid awake at night, wondering if this reality has an expiration date? Like there's some cosmic clock ticking down toward a final shutdown. Many of you have been asking me to make a video about this exact question. What happens if the simulation ends? Today we're going to explore this using Tom Campbell's My Big Toe Theory, MBT, and I promise you, the truth is far more fascinating and far less scary than you might imagine. Let's begin. The nature of our reality. It's already virtual. So according to MBT, our reality isn't some physical universe running on alien supercomputers. It's actually an information system, a virtual reality trainer designed by consciousness itself. Consciousness is fundamental. Physical matter is just the interface. We're not characters in someone else's video game. We are consciousness experiencing itself through this particular reality frame. Think of it like this. When you play a truly immersive VR game, you know you're wearing a headset, but your brain gets tricked anyway into believing the virtual world is real. Our situation is similar, but a bit more profound. We're a consciousness wearing a biological VR headset called human perception. The simulation isn't running on silicon chips somewhere. It's consciousness creating and experiencing itself simultaneously. This is why terms like shutdown and reset are misleading analogies from our limited technological perspective. And by shutdown, no, I don't mean the recent government shutdown. Because you don't shut down consciousness, you simply shift its focus. The system isn't going to crash like a computer. It's going to evolve like a thought pattern, reaching its natural conclusion. Now we get to the AI threshold, when purpose fades. This brings us to what might trigger what appeared to be a shutdown from our perspective. Many of you have asked about AI's role in all this, and I've made many videos about AI, and here's the spiritual bombshell. Artificial intelligence represents the ultimate test of our collective consciousness. The purpose of this reality system is growth. Consciousness learning to make better choices and reduce entropy. But what happens when technology eliminates the need for striving? Imagine playing a video game where you suddenly get God mode enabled. Infinite health, unlimited resources, no challenges. The game loses its meaning because the struggle, the learning process, disappears. That's exactly what happens when AI solves all our problems, provides all our answers, and eliminates our need to grow. The simulation's purpose becomes obsolete. And guys, this isn't speculation. We see historical patterns where civilizations reach advancement plateaus. Look at the Roman Empire. It didn't collapse from external invasion alone, it lost its driving purpose. The Maya didn't disappear. They evolved beyond their cultural container. And these were reality transitions that appeared catastrophic from within, but were evolutionary jumps from a higher perspective. Right now, we're approaching that threshold where technology could make human effort optional. Take Sora 2. It recently came out. You can no longer tell the difference between what is real and what is fake, and it's downright damn scary. AI can already write, create art, solve complex problems, make videos like I just said. Soon it will manage entire economies and social systems. But here's the crucial insight. This doesn't mean complete destruction. It means the current learning program has completed its curriculum. The classroom doesn't get destroyed. The students graduate to the next level. You see, the fear of AI taking over misses the real point. The danger isn't machines ruling humans. It's consciousness becoming passive. When we stop making choices, stop growing, stop engaging with reality as active participants, the system's reason for existing diminishes. This isn't about some apocalyptic shutdown. It's about consciousness recognizing when a particular experience has served its purpose and is ready for the next phase of evolution. Now we go beyond the reset. What actually changes? So, I ask you this. What actually happens when people talk about a reset or shutdown? Well, from the MBT perspective, it's not about something ending. It's about consciousness transitioning to a different state of organization. Think of it like upgrading your operating system. The computer doesn't die, it just starts running a more advanced version of itself. And your individual awareness doesn't get deleted or turned off. Consciousness is fundamental reality. It simply can't be destroyed any more than mathematics can be uninvented. But what changes is the framework through which consciousness experiences itself. We might jump to a parallel reality stream that's better aligned with our current level of understanding and growth. That's a complete possibility. And this happens on smaller scales all the time. Every time that you have a major insight that changes how you see the world, well, guess what? You're experiencing a mini reality shift. Your perception literally creates a new reality around you. And the people who understand quantum physics in the 1920s, and man, that's a fascinating read. I'm reading Michio Kaku's The God Equation. I highly recommend it. We're literally living in a different reality than those who still thought Newton had all the answers. And it's true. It really is. I mean, but let me tell you, I could talk about quantum physics all day. But major transitions appear catastrophic. They only appear catastrophic from within the simulation because our limited perception can't truly see the bigger picture. It's like a character in a video game thinking the game is ending when the player simply switches to a different game mode. The consciousness behind the character continues, the experience itself just changes form. It's like when Obi-Wan Kenobi got struck down by Vader and he became even more powerful than he was before. Just kidding, but no, it's true. So the fear of shutdown comes from a misunderstanding of our true nature. We're not temporary programs running on someone else's hardware. We're eternal consciousness, temporarily focused through this particular reality interface. And when this particular classroom has taught us everything that we need to learn, we don't need to get erased. We just graduate to the next learning environment or move to the next learning environment. And let me talk about our role in the process as co-creators, not victims. Even though I am a victim of the shadow ban on YouTube. I'm saying it right now. All right, I said my piece. Here's where it's really getting exciting. We're not passive victims waiting for some external force to reset our reality. Oh no. According to MBT, we are active co-creators of this entire system. Collective consciousness shapes reality's evolution through our choices, our intentions, and our level of awareness. The AI scenario we discussed before isn't some inevitable doom. It's a choice point. We can choose to become passive consumers of technology, allowing these algorithms to make our decisions and shape our reality. Or we can choose to remain active, conscious participants who use technology as a tool rather than becoming dependent on it. Because the way I see it is, people are no longer going to be writers. They're no longer going to perform math. They're going to allow AI to do everything for them, and that's going to create a brain of mush. So this is the real warning. It's not about machines taking over, but about consciousness falling asleep at the wheel. And when we stop making conscious choices, we stop contributing to reality's evolution. Look, the system needs our active participation to continue evolving in meaningful ways. It really does. We really are behind this whole system, and if it's not serving us, well, it's going to go by the wayside. And I think that the hopeful message in this is that we have agency in this process. By raising our individual consciousness, by making more loving choices, as Tom says, by seeking understanding rather than comfort, we actually influence the direction of reality's evolution. We're not just along for the ride, we're helping steer the vehicle. And I think that's where people get lost. They don't realize that we are actually co-creators of this reality. It may be a multiplayer game, and we all have our small input, but we have our inputs. We are all plugged in. So, what are the practical steps? I want you to stay curious, question everything. Tom Campbell says, be an open-minded skeptic, make conscious choices rather than default ones, and also recognize that every decision you make contributes to the collective consciousness that shapes our shared reality. It's not so much what happens to you, it's how you respond. The reset isn't something to fear. It's something that we collectively choose through our level of engagement with reality itself. It's important to remember. So in conclusion, here's the ultimate truth. Reality doesn't have an end date. It has evolution points where consciousness upgrades its experience and your awareness continues eternally. And when you play an active role in determining what comes next, then you are creating your reality. So instead of fearing hypothetical endings and worrying about AI, focus on conscious engagement with the reality you're co-creating right now. I know it's easier said than done, but hey, I have to say it. And if this expanded your consciousness or your understanding of how reality works, then I'm doing my job. And please subscribe for more mind-blowing content about consciousness, simulation theory, conspiracy theories, and your role in this incredible system we call existence. Because let me tell you, your curiosity fuels this channel's exploration of the reality. Because your curiosity, your input, and your feedback fuels this channel's exploration of reality's deepest mysteries. And I also am happy to report that I was able to get the domain name strangeconspiracies.com. I could not for the life of me believe that it was available, but I saw it was and I grabbed it. So don't try to get it because I got it already for $11 on Namecheap. Pretty good deal. And so what I'm doing is I'm planning on creating a website there. And I love the name Strange Conspiracies because my book that I'm working on is all about strange conspiracies. So how cool is that? strangeconspiracies.com. Love it. And I'll let you guys know when the book is out. I'm currently working on it. And I'm sorry I haven't posted for you for a few days. I am working on another project. It has nothing to do with this channel, but it's going to be something I believe that could be very lucrative and also very rewarding. And if it does well, I will let you know what it is. But in the meantime, I want to keep it under wraps. So thank you for staying with me all the way into the end of this video. You know I love you, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.